W6S, WA6AJ. Barely 7:30. See that congressman get thrown out in Trump's speech? Congressman from Texas get thrown out in Trump's speech. And right towards after he started, the guy wouldn't sit up and he wouldn't sit down. The sergeant of arms threw him out. Of course. Got him there. Trying to see if I can find some of that insulation to put around this resistor you gave me. I don't know yet. Well, it's not in diameter. Lengthwise, it's probably a little shorter. That's a little heater, man. Stand by a second. WA6NYC, WA6AAJ.
Yeah, hi, Mike. WA6AAJ 727. Good evening, K6MYC. Just rolling in. We're ready to go.
Roger. I think Aaron's and I hear him faintly in the background. I'm turning my antenna towards you guys.
Yeah, I can hear Aaron there. Good evening, Aaron.
Yeah, K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100, and we still got Trump up on the TV.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Yeah, he's running long.
He could go all night.
Yeah, could keep going all night. He's on a roll, man.
Yeah, Biden would have passed out by now.
Yeah, for sure. If he had anything to say, he might have made it all the way through, just standing there.
Oh, very good. Go ahead, Bill.
Just checking in, AA6S 800.
Yeah, hi 800. Good evening, Bill. Alpha 6 Sugar K6MYC. Does anybody know who was the first guy that was ushered out by Sergeant of Arms?
The guy from Texas.
Oh, who in the hell was that?
Give me a second, I'll pull up his name. Al Greeny.
Once again?
Al Greeny from Texas.
Okay, well, Al Green's going to be beat black and blue before he's through.
Yeah, he was standing up, shaking his cane at Trump, and telling him that there was no mandate, and then of course he got kicked out of the room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope that's the only idiot. The Democrats are not doing themselves any favors tonight, I'll tell you.
Nope, they can just keep holding up those stupid signs. It just makes them look like children. But even Trump said, he could have done the most amazing thing in the world, and those people would just be sitting on their hands the whole time.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, and when he was honoring all the folks that were the kids and ladies and guys that were killed by the bad cartel members and all the rest of the bad people from across the border, and they still wouldn't stand and give them any respect over. That's pathetic.
It's pretty obvious they all hate America, but anyways, K6USY.
Somebody way back in the background, I can't pull it out.
I think that was Dave.
KM6SR, number 432.
Okay, good evening, Rob. Yeah, you are broken. You're weak, but I can copy you.
Yeah, I'm running barefoot. I don't know if I should try the amp on real low or not.
Are you using the 2-meter hole loop or the 432 hole loop?
No, I'm using the 1296 pair of Easies that I got from Matt.
Okay, but something's broken. You said the feed line was broken or something?
Well, yeah, I got a high SWR. It's a 2.5, so, and I got gibberish on the readings from the DNA, so there's a problem up there.
Yeah, well, you just might have a drop of water. All it just takes at 1296 is a drop of water in the connector, and you're done. I've watched the losses go up massively with 1 drop of water. Anyway, good evening, Rob, and I imagine you're trying to watch, you and Candy trying to watch what's going on as well, over?
Nope, don't have the TV on.
You're kidding.
No, everybody will be talking about it tomorrow morning. I'll get what they got.
Okay.
Out here in the Bozo Net.
Well, there's some interesting stuff that they may or may not show again. But anyway, it's quite poignant in some places. Anyway, good evening to all. Bill, how are you down there at AA6 Sugar K6MYC in the group? Over. Oh boy, he must have turned already to either Atascadero or over to Southern California.
I think he was working on his Henry amp. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Oh, okay. Well, we got him logged in there anyway. Well, I'm sure we'll have a very small turnout this evening until the speech is over, and then of course it may go on because there's going to be a lot of after speech chatter one way or the other. Okay. Well, I wish Bill was here. I could have him turn over toward Atascadero and see if Ron is going to be there. Maybe you can go that way, Mike.
Yeah, I see him down frequency. He's probably trying Ralph. Let me head down there and I'll talk at him.
All righty, very good. And then come back up and see if you can find Ron on there.
All right.
Okay, QRZ Bozo Net. Let's see. I'm beamed over to I'm beamed south, I think. I am beamed at 150. No, I think I'm beamed. What is that?
277.
Yeah, I'm over there toward KW6S in the Santa Cruz area. I hear somebody in there. Let me move the antenna up into the Bay Area. Was there somebody in the Bay Area on the frequency? Go ahead.
No, Mike, that was Frank. You couldn't hear him, but he's got a high VSWR, so just check him in. I was hearing him down here.
Okay, W6BBS.
Roger.
72, got you now. KW6 Sugar, KW6S. If you can tear yourself away from the TV for a minute, K6MYC Bozo Net, 1296. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go up into the Bay Area for a second and see if there's anybody. What do we got there?
286.
286, that should sort of be the middle of the Bay Area, 286. Bay Area Bozo Net, K6MYC listening.
Okay, here, that's okay, Mike.
Okay, I hear you, Fred, KD6SOK. Good evening to you. Is the president's speech over, or is it still going on there? Over?
It's still going on, but I need a break. It's been all that watching that.
Okay, well, give me a little more chatter and I can peek on you here. I think I went by you. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
I guess I double with you, Mike. But anyway, you sound good tonight, and I'll turn it back to you. KD6SOK, 507.
Yeah, you're not giving me enough time to peek on you, Fred. Over.
Okay, we'll see. What can I talk about? Today we're supposed to get rain in the next couple of days. We'll see. And, it's nice and quiet around here. So, how's that? Is it any better to tune me in? Go ahead.
Okay. I'm copying you pretty well now. Give Judy your Bozo number, Fred. Over.
Okay, see what's out. Hey, good evening, Judy. Right here, 507-507.
She got you all okay? Good. I missed the comment just before that. I was still tweaking the antenna back up on you. I still can't find a good peak on you.
Okay, I'm not sure why, but you're coming in solid. I mean, you've got a lot of power, so you're not too hard to miss.
Well, you're strong enough if it would just stay up, but there's a 1 cycle per second fade on you, so every other word is weak. Makes it difficult to copy. Let me get my Bluetooth turned on, and that may help me, Fred. Just stand by a second. Okay, there we go. Now we might be able to pull you out. Let's try it one more time, see if I can get 100% copy with that funny QSB. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, what was those 4 stations you worked on 20 meters? Was that Papua New Guinea?
The guys during the contest, the 4 Papa Juliets. Now, that was in PJ. I think that's Netherlands. No, but whatever it is in the Caribbean, I've forgotten what PJ is. I want to say Bonaire, but it's not. It's very popular. It used to be Netherlands, Indies, or Netherlands something down there, but I don't know what they call it now. Over.
Yeah, they used to have a super powerful shortwave station on those islands there, Radio Netherlands. They had a massive transmitter set up there, an antenna arrays, something like VOA. But they've torn it all down now because nobody listens to shortwave anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, there was four good, strong stations on. I worked all of them. Somebody said there was more than 4, but I worked the 4 that I heard on 20 meters anyway. So there may have been more guys. But it is a wonderful place to go and very friendly to amateur radio operators. Some of our locals up here used to have places down there. I think Cook, what was his name? Cook used to have a place down there. Why can't I remember his name? That's terrible.
Did you ever go down there?
What was that?
Did you ever get a chance to go down over there?
I don't think I ever was in PJ. I was all around it, but we didn't get to PJ for some reason.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, the weather down there is gorgeous. I mean, the Caribbean, you know, it's just amazing.
Oh yeah. It's but it is humid. You have to get used to the humidity. But it is nice weather. It never gets very cold. If it gets down to 70, everybody catches a cold down there.
That's pretty funny. All right, Mark, I'll let you go and talk to some other folks up here. I think there's other people waiting, so I'll stand by. 86 cents, okay?
Yeah, okay, Fred. Good. Well, it helps to have the when the conditions are funny like they are, there's a little distortion on the signal. It's not you, it's the path. That's multi-path distortion, and there's a flutter. But I'm copying 100% now with the Bluetooth and the hearing aids. And we'll take a standby and see if we can hear Jim or anybody else in there. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? WB6JNN, K6KLY, W6PQL, WA6AXX. Who's over there?
WB6JNN.
I hear JNN. And if you'll give me a little chatter, I couldn't get much of a peek on Fred, but you're weaker than he is, which is unusual. So let me see if I can find a better spot for you, Jim. W6PQL, give Judy your number, K6MYC. Now, he's not hearing me, Fred. You better tell him to transmit.
This has been the WB6JNN Willie Baker 6. Did you copy that, Mark?
Yes, I did, but he faded out when he gave his number. He's much weaker than you are for some reason. That's unusual because he usually holds his own with your signals. But I didn't get a chance to peek very much because he's talking too short. Anyway, WB6JNN, are you copying me? K6MYC, over.
Okay, I'll go slower and look through. And you're in the next one. So it's going up and down, Mike. It's going up and down. 285, Jim, WB6JNN in San
There you go. K6NYC, WB6JNN.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're Q5 most of the time, except for this weird fading about every fifth word. About every fifth word just fades out and isn't there. So I have to read between the lines, so to speak, Jim. When you're strong, you're very good copy. So 4 of the 5 words come true perfectly. Over. Anyway, let me say this. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, who usually pops in at this time, will not be in here tonight. He's resting, hopefully comfortably. He had a very, very strong, heavy chemo treatment today, and it always wipes him out. So he told me last night he probably would not be in here. So he's trying to get through these last of the chemo treatments. I think he's got 2 more to go, and then he'll be finished with that part of the treatment anyway. Anyway, we our thoughts are with him because I know how tough that is to go through. WB6JNN 73, Jim, thanks so much for coming through. I wish conditions were better, but they're really flaky, all chattery and chopped up tonight. K6MYC, over.
73, yeah, it's up and down, definitely up and down.
Just all over, up and down, yeah, roller coaster. 73, Jim, WB6JNN. Anybody else in the Bay Area? What about W6PQL? Jim, are you there?
Break.
Go ahead to break.
Hello, Mike. Check in Ralph. Both Bill and I worked him. Conditions were not good, but he got the signal up high enough to where we made out, and Bill did try for Ron, and no Ron. Over.
LQSL. Okay, Ron sometimes doesn't make it on certain nights, and so that must be the one. Sometimes the first Tuesday of the month he doesn't make it there. Anyway, very good. Thank you for that, and you're booming in here, of course. Bill, are you back here? Now, Bill sounds like he's gone back to. What's he working on? What amp is he working on, Mike?
I think he's working on one of his Henry amps. I'm not sure. I think it's the 432 amp, and well, no, it's probably the HF amp. Anyway, he's got some tuning. The tuning control is out of whack as far as alignment with respect to the tuning sheets and that type of thing. But he had another one to copy, and it sounded like he was getting there. So it was that chain-driven gear drive they use. Over.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. All right. I think that was left over from some of the Collins stuff. We had some, not Collins, but yeah, I guess it was. Some of the early military Collins stuff had chain drives in there. I've seen that before. Anyway, hopefully he'll find the answers there and get it working in good shape. Thanks for the report back, Mike. WA6AAJ, K6MYC, still looking for other stations in the Bay Area. Over. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go a little further up. I'm going to see if I can get KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie here. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, or W6PQL, W6 Papa Queen London, or KB6 WFC. Are you guys there? Over. Okay, nothing heard, so it must be TV time for them. I'm going to go up and get Oakley. So I'm going to 300 degrees for Oakley. Here we go. Okay. N6 Radio Oscar, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Ken? Over.
Oh, yeah. Most of me is K6MYC, N6RO, also 835, Northern Mike 97.
Yeah, we're copying fine. You took a little fade when you said what else you had with chicken. You said chicken and something, and it went down in a fade. Everything else was fine. And we had leftovers with asparagus, Matt Stahl special leftovers, but it was good. And we weren't expecting to have Matt home, but he swung by here. He's on his way up to Stanford. He's got an appointment with the oncology department tomorrow. Very minor issue, but it's annoying. But he has to go up there for a day tomorrow, so he's leaving tonight, and they'll probably stay up there at a motel or something at near Stanford, and then get in there at 10 o'clock in the morning for his appointment. Anyway, I was surprised to have him here. We weren't expecting him to come home and fix us dinner, but it worked out. It worked out pretty good, I guess. His wife came up here and left her car, or left his. They left one of the cars here, and then they drove up together. She has to be with him because it's a minor operation, but it's always nice to have somebody driving the car if you're potentially incapacitated. Anyway, back to you, Ken, and then we'll keep it short. And I think I told you I have that big log periodic up. We had a little problem on the low end of the band with the VSWR issue, but they found the problem today. When the boys were putting it together, they bent a phasing line, and they got it so it wasn't crossed over. It looked like it was crossed, but it wasn't. So they didn't have the normal 180-degree phase shift that would have been in there, and that caused some VSWR problems. And it'll probably work a little better this way, too, because it was right on 20 meters of all places. Anyway, it's up, and it'll be in test for me. I'll be playing with it for the next 4 or 5 days here. We had a lovely day here. Temperatures got up to about 65, and it was cold in the morning, probably about the same that you had, but it did warm up quite nicely. We had sun and warm sun until it went down, so we can't complain. I guess it's supposed to rain tonight or tomorrow sometime. N6RO, is there anybody else that wants to say hello to Ken? I'm not sure. We don't have very many people on frequency tonight, Ken. Over.
Yeah, Mike, I'm good. I hope everything goes well for Matt. I hope you got a lot of periodic. You might say how high that is. The closest thing I've had to a LP is the KLM engine. Let me see. I think I told you last night the good news. My Toba 96 amplifier is fixed, and John shipped it this morning, and it's supposed to be here on Thursday. So if I can get my chief engineer to come and help me install it and bring back the special input cable number, we'll be back on the air on 1296. 6 hours.
It took a big fade right at the end, but I got it 99% of it right up to the point where you're waiting for your chief engineer to come back when the thing gets here by Thursday to get you hooked back up. So we'll probably see you next week with the amp on. That'll help. It gets rid of those fades, but you did have some nice peaks in there. The early part of the transmission was very, very good copy. Thanks for your thoughts on Matt. It's kind of personal, so I won't get into it, but it's a very minor thing. But it's annoying, and at some point in time, I'll tell you what's going on. But he's a little sensitive about it because it's an annoying thing. Anyway, let you go, and we'll see you tomorrow, of course, on 2 meters, and then on 432. Just trying to think if there was anything else to pass on. Oh, the log periodic question. Yeah, you were asking about that. This is a log periodic. It was designed by a company in Australia that was hired by our customer. And originally it was intended that they might build the antenna. I think it's going to be used down there somewhere. But anyway, they finally decided that they liked the construction, our construction, much better. So we got the contract to build all the antennas, but we're building it to somebody else's design. It's 13 elements, very close space, 13 elements on a 40-foot boom, and it covers from 10 to 30 megahertz, 10 to 30. 13 elements on a 40-foot boom. right now I've got it on my 90-foot tower. I'll probably crank it up all the way. But they're going to be running these things at about 45 feet, so that when the customer comes out, we'll be doing some testing with the antenna at 45 feet, which is where they're going to be setting these up. They have an array of 18 side by side in a kind of a weird configuration of heights and tilts and all sorts of stuff, and they'll be using them in beam steering, azimuth-wise, beam steering with the thing. Back and forth. It's very complex, and we didn't have a big enough software tool to design the whole thing in the array with 18, 13-element logs. Over.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive challenge. Okay, on the details, and have fun with it while you got it. And 6 in a row. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow. And I talked to quite a few people over the week and that had heard you on the band, and you did very well. You worked more countries than many people had contacts on 80 meters. You made more countries than they had contacts on 80, so you did quite well considering the conditions there. 7-3, Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, K6 MYC. Anybody else for the Bozo Net while I'm pointed in this direction? Over.
KJ6TYO 1009.
S7 to 8 on the meter.
Okay, S7 to S8 on the meter. Thanks, Ken. KJ6TYO off the back of the beam there, Ron. Good evening to you. Not as strong as I've heard, but certainly no problem copying. Good to hear you on this band. KJ6TYO South Fresno. Were you hearing anything from from Ken's 10 watts up there in Oakley? K6MYC. Go ahead, Ron.
No, all I can hear is you. I just turned it on. I gotta make a run for the bed and get back up at 1:30. So just wanted to get a quick check in and say howdy. So hey, thanks for getting me. KJ6TYO 1009.
Okay, thanks, Ron. Say howdy to you too. Say howdy. Take care, and we'll probably catch you tomorrow if you can make it in here on 2 meters and 432 on Thursday, of course, depending on whether you have an energy after your long week of chicken wing hauling. 7-3, KJ6TYO 1009, K6MYC. We should have, maybe could hear, possibly, no, not on this band. I was going to say maybe we would have Adam in here, but I don't think Adam has 1296. All right. I'm still sort of pointed toward Oakley and the north end of the Bay Area. Is anybody copying before I go toward Sacramento? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net 1296. Okay, all quiet on the western front. Let's go toward Sacramento. No, it went too far. Let me go back. How about 333 or 334?
330.
Okay. Let's see if we can hear. John in there this evening. KR6MR. KR6MR. Kilo Romeo 6 Mike Romeo. KR6MR. I may have to diddle to get a peek on you, John. Let's see if we can hear you. KR6MR, K6MYC. Over.
Don't diddle, KR6MR, 759. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. And we got your Q5, very weak, but we got your 759 and the call sign all okay, John. Good evening. So it might be okay tonight, but there is some very strange feeding. So we might just lose you for a moment as it goes through some very funny fade perturbations here. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, very good.
I think you're making very short transmissions. I started to peek up on you, but you went away. So I don't know whether it was the band or you quit transmitting, but anyway, you were Q5 part of the time, and other times you're not readable. So I don't know whether it's you or me or what. Anyway, good to hear you, and thanks very much for making the effort to climb all the way up those stairs for a very poor contact here. Aye. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, over. Okay, part of that, and then you faded out again. So we won't keep it. It's less than marginal. Anyway, good evening to you, John. Thanks very much for being there and giving us your 759 check-in. Thank you. KR6MR, K6MYC, 73, John. 73. I heard the 73, Mike. Thank you. I'm going to go back to the Bay Area. I don't think there's anybody else up this way. There's nobody in Nevada now for a while, so we'll have to go back to the Bay Area looking for late checks and missed. Rob, are you listening here?
Roger, Mike. I'm delayed on the stream.
Okay, you're doing what on the stream? What did you say you were doing on the stream, Rob?
I'm listening on the stream, so it's delayed. I'm not getting back to you when you first called me.
Oh, okay. Can you copy me direct, or you can't copy me on the direct path?
You probably can't hear anybody else.
No, I was copying on the direct path, but it was kind of weak.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Hang on a second. I'm going to call one more time in the Bay Area. What is it, Judy? What is it reading?
283.
283. Okay, let me come up a little bit. I want 287, 288 here. Watch it. Tell me when I get to 288.
86.
Okay, this should be close enough. Let's see if W6PQL is in there now. I'm pretty sure the TV special with Trump is off and done. Maybe you can creep into the shack and give us a check-in. And we're also looking for Mike, KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, KB6 WFC or W6PQL or anybody else in the Bay Area, K6MYC, Bozo Net. 711. Got you, John. Very weak, but we got you. I'll be wait for a second for the Bay Area, and then I'll come down your way, John. Okay?
You're okay.
Oh, no, you're fine now. You probably peeked up on me. No problem. Good deal. How are you doing down there?
Oh, very good. Got a red light here. Swung the beam around. It was pointed east, and did have a little fun in the the sideband DX contest over the weekend. More to come. K6MI.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Ken up there worked. He had quite a single, whatever it was. A bunch of guys, single guys operating multiple bands. I don't know what you call that one. Anyway, he operated 2 nights and two mornings on 75 meters or 80, and did pretty well, all things considered. I don't know how he stacked up with the rest of the world, but he worked 41 countries and I don't know, 100. Well, more than 100 contacts because he worked. I think he said he worked 80 JAs that morning.
Well, he's got it. Period.
Yeah, well, he runs Power too, and of course they've got the don't know what the antenna is. I think it's just a dipole, but it's very high for 80.
Yeah, high is good.
Yes, it is. Anyway, I didn't get on. Well, I did get on. I worked a little bit of 20 meters. I worked all. It's funny. 20 meters was funny. Late in the evening, about 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30. I thought, well, 20 should be open to someplace, and I got on and I looked on the spectrum, and there was 4 spikes, and I tuned up to the first spike, and it was a PJ. So I worked him, and I tuned up to the next spike, and it was a PJ, and I worked him. I tuned up to the next spike, and it was a PJ, and I worked him. And then I tuned up the last of 4 spikes, only 4 spikes on the band, and it was a PJ, and I worked him. Over.
It's moments like that are really special.
I don't know. The band was open. I'm pretty sure it was wide open, but it just nobody on. I don't know where they were. They might have been over on 20 or some other band, but they sure as hell weren't on. They weren't on 20. They might have been on 40. I worked quite a few people on 40. Worked all over Europe and into North Africa and some others. Where's 5 kilo? I think it's 5 kilo 4. What is that?
Oh, it's. Give me a second. I tried 160, but really didn't have any luck there at all. 5 kilo, I think it's Libya, same as 5A.
Yeah, okay. Well, American guy there. As soon as I called in, he said, "Oh, hi, Mike. Sure good to hear a big signal for a change." I'm working all these little guys that I can't hear. So it's sure good to hear. And the same kind of comment came out of the Papa Juliets. They just wanted to rag chew because there was nobody else that they could talk to. Well,
that's pretty good. That's a special moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, 2 of the guys out of 4 of them knew me, so it was funny. I think, didn't Carl Cook used to have a station down there, didn't he?
Yeah, right, and it's still sort of shared.
Yeah, now, has Carl passed away, or what's happened there?
Not as far as I know. I looked it up a little bit ago. Yeah, he's still around.
Okay, he's been very quiet. You know, I've been up to his place a couple of times and helped him put an antenna up. At one point, we put up 2 elements on 80 or something. I can't remember what big project, and met his wife and had a nice time up there. But then I just haven't talked to him. Now that I think about it, I haven't talked to Carl for 5 or 6 or 10 years.
Yeah, somebody the other day asked me that too, and I looked it up. Yeah, he's there.
I'll be darned. I don't know. I don't think it was Carl that was down on PJ, but whoever it was, somebody knew me. They said, "Oh, hi, Mike." That was always a nice feeling when I get recognized. Anyway, good evening to you, John. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you, and we'll look for you tomorrow night, of course, and on Thursday as well. K6 Mexico, Italy, 711 K6 MYC.
73, thanks. K6MI.
And I'm still looking toward the Bay Area, W6 Papa Queen London, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, WA6AXX, K6 KLY, KB6 BA. Anybody? Wow. Pretty quiet night here on 1296, even though the band, the special TV program is probably over by now. It went a little late. I was still going when we came out to the shack here at 7:30.
He finished right before 8 o'clock.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he talked for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. They didn't get started till about 7:15. I was watching it, and we were thinking, oh, crap. Or not 7:15, 6:15, I think, is when they finally got going. But, of course, the first 10 minutes was more applause than speech.
Yeah, they were behind schedule, and it took them a while to get into the room, and then, he talked for quite a while, and, of course, it's, 11 o'clock in Washington.
Well, he was just trying to put all the Democrats to sleep, wasn't he?
Well, was it Elizabeth Warren was on her phone. She was totally messing around on her phone when he was talking.
Who was?
Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's at least better than Pelosi did in his first term. She tore up his speech when it was over.
Yeah, it was much nicer seeing a speaker chuckling and laughing and clapping and having a good time than ripping up the speech.
Yeah, no, he had a good time, I think, and it was really good to see some of the people that he honored, particularly that young fellow that obviously had some kind of cancer and was really very much into police life and so on. He couldn't do anything, but he was honored. And then, of course, Bongino presented him with a membership in the Secret Service, which was really special. Over.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a great moment. And, of course, the Democrats were sitting on their hands the whole time.
What a bunch of hamburgers. You know, that doesn't have anything to do with politics. Anyway, what was the boy's problem? I think he had cancer, or at least the president launched into cancer in kids departments and then right over to RFK right after that. But what was the boy's problem? Do you know why he was invalided?
Yeah, I think he had brain cancer. I think that's what I heard.
Okay, but he seemed to be pretty cognizant. He was certainly aware of what was going on, and he was just so honored and so taken back when this happened. It was wonderful. Great moment.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, one of the Democrats' lackeys is on TV right now giving the response, and, of course, I have it muted because I don't care.
Well, they can't tell you anything that's got the intelligence connected to it, does he?
Yeah, I think whoever this gal is that they got on the TV drew the short straw. I don't think any of the rest of them wanted to be on TV tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll go in and see if we can catch a little bit of that stuff. Anyway, good to hear you. I think we're about done here. I'm not getting any more out of the Bay Area. I don't know where else to point. I don't think we got anybody south of you that we haven't already gotten here. So I think it's done. What have we got for a count, Judy? 17, Rob, if you're there.
Yeah, I'm here. I keep grabbing the wrong mic. I've only got 14, so maybe you should read me the numbers.
Okay, hang on. She thinks maybe she made a mistake. Stand by. Wrong sheet. Hang on. Okay, he got 14, we got 15, so. Want to read him the numbers?
1296. 1296.
Yeah, 1296 was. Okay, 14. 1296. Jim never did show.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have him. I didn't think I heard him.
No, he didn't come through as far as I can tell. I don't think he was there. He probably buried in the TV somewhere. Okay, so we're done. Judy kind of caught up a little bit. She was behind about 3 days on Bozo Net stuff, but I think she's pretty well caught up now.
Okay, once in a while I'll get somebody checking in after you tune in, so I include them in my list, so that's sometimes why I got more than you. Over?
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, well, we're going back in the house. We're not cold, but we're cool. And we've had dinner. We probably go in and have a little snack or something. Maybe we can find a little snack tonight while we're watching. And you are cool. Yes, and we're going to feed the kitties one more time, and the skunks and the raccoons before we go in the house and get ready for the rain. I guess it's supposed to rain sometime. What time is it supposed to start, Judy? Oh, about 6 in the morning. Okay. So there you have it. 7-3, Aaron. Thanks for the help tonight and the chatter. Good night to you, John, if you're still listening. 73, Rob. Anybody else that's on here? K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Central California, Bozo Net. We'll be clear.
All right. Good night, everybody. K6USY.
73.
Okay, who said 73s? Somebody came back and said 73. Who was that?
6SR.
I'm doubling with you. Try it one more time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said KM6SR. I said 73s unless somebody else did also. Over.
Okay. Boy, you just went way down in signal strength. That's why I didn't realize it was you. You were up real strong, and then all of a sudden you're way down. So I don't know whether it's you moving stuff or what. Anyway, good night, Rob. Thank you.
No, I'm not moving anything. I've just got real problems. The only people I could hear was you, barely hearing Mike AAJ fairly well, and Bill kind of barely, and then John about average. KM6SR.
Yeah, well, that's not too surprising considering you got a very sick system there. All righty, bud. Take care, and talk to you. You haven't got the 1296 amp. You did get it from Jim, but you haven't hooked it up yet?
No, it's in the line. That's where I noticed the problem. That's why I turned it off. It gives me a load fail because the SWR, I think, because on the 9700 it says it's 2.5 where the SWR problem is. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, at some point in time, might get the other one back over to me. I may want to try it in the house on the house system.
Okay, yep. I can't do anything with it because I can't do anything with Jim's either, so I'll get it over to you.
Yeah, no rush. I'm just mentioning it. Seemed like there was something else I had that you were interested in or something. But anyway, maybe we'll see over the weekend there. Take care. Oh, by the way, we went down, Frank and I went down to a place called Green Something. It's in South Fresno, way down on South North Point Street. So, below Jensen there, off of 99. And we went to this place, and they have all parts that you can buy for rails and stuff. Do you have all your rails and everything you need for your mounting of your panels and all that?
I don't, so that might be interesting, but are they regular solar type rails?
Yeah, they're made for solar rails. They're made for solar panels and all. They got all the hardware and everything. They got vertical posts if you want them. We didn't decide to use their vertical posts. And after we looked at their bracketry, they wanted to sell us 2-inch or 3-inch vertical risers. We thought that was overkill. So we're going to stay with the 1.5-inch iron pipe that we had on our other system. That way we can interchange parts and stuff a lot easier. But we could just drill one extra hole in their bracketry for an 1.5-inch U-bolt, and then everything fits. But nice place, seemed to be good. I paid about $1,800 for about 22 panels, 2 arrays, one array of 18. And another array of 8, I think. And the rails, I think we bought 14 rails. They're 17 feet long. They're very strong aluminum extruded rails. When you get a chance, maybe come over and take a look and see what we got. But I was very impressed. But very, very good quality stuff. And I told the guy that we might send him some more customers. But anyway, they got a whole complement of things if you want to go full boat with all the stuff that they have to offer. We're kind of piecemealing our stuff together, as you know, over.
Okay. Would that by any chance be part of CED?
I don't know what CED is.
Consolidated Electrical Distributors.
It may be. I think there was some. I think they were close by there, but I'm not sure. You can ask Frank. Frank may not be copying you, and you may not be. Let me see if Frank is still. Frank, are you here? You can look up on the website. Just we Googled it, and it came up about the 4th one down on the list for Fresno solar parts, solar rail equipment or something, and it was about 4 down. This company starts out with the word green. Over.
Yeah, I think that's some company that we found out that we used at work a little bit, but they're selling regular solar stuff. Do you remember how much the rail was, one rail?
No, but Frank thought it was about half the price that he thought it would be. I think they're running about maybe $100 a piece, something like that.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Green Tech Renewables in Fresno down on North Point Drive.
That's the one.
I couldn't quite catch Aaron on all he said. He said Green something on North Point Drive.
Green Tech, is it TECH, Rob, Aaron?
Yeah, Green Tech Renewables.
Green Tech, TECH Renewables on South North Point Road.
Okay, I may take a look, see what they have for attachments and stuff, but I was looking at using the heavy-duty strut, unistrut channel, and a 20-foot length of that cost maybe $40.
Yeah, well, we use in some unistrut, but not for holding the panels down. That's all aluminum. We have aluminum U-channel for that on our old system, and this stuff is sturdier by a long shot, about twice the aluminum per inch. Anyway, what do you want?
I'm going to the house.
You got a flashlight?
Yeah.
Oh, wait just a second. I'm just finishing here. All right, I got to get out of here. Julie wants to get to the house. But you got the general idea, Rob. Maybe you can come by and see the stuff and see what it looks like when you get a chance. See you later, guys. K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, did you say it was twice as strong as the unistrut?
Oh, it's, yeah, every bit, but it's aluminum. It's a big, heavy extrusion of aluminum, over.
Yeah, I think I've seen it on some of the solar sites, but it was so expensive, I'd pay more for that than I would the actual panels.
Well, again, I bought 14 of those rods and a bunch of hardware, and it came up to $1,800.
Okay, I'll let you go. Good night, Mike and Judy. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Roger, 73.